guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's a little health and fitness update. I'm just gonna kind of talk to you guys about some health and fitness goals that I have for the new year. I mean, I know it's the new year already, but you know, like if you're into like the moon and the astrology, then you know that Aries season is coming up. Springtime is right around the corner, and you know, that's kind of like the true new year, because spring is when things are starting to blossom and come to life, and I feel like that applies to me personally, and a lot of people that I know, it applies to them as well. Personally, my birthday is kind of like my last little hoorah moment. I drank on my birthday, we went to the Bad Bunny concert. I'm going to talk about kind of just my mindset and some health and fitness goals that I have. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Lily. I'm a secular homeschool mom, but also I make other content on here besides homeschool. Sometimes I can be really zoned in on homeschool and I'm like putting out a lot of homeschool content, and then sometimes I, you know, switch lanes. So right now I'm kind of veering into the health and fitness space over here because I've been putting up a lot of homeschool content. So yeah, I turned 33 last month, and to get into like just my mindset of how I've been feeling, like I said, now with Aries season coming up and my birthday just passing, me turning 33, I'm kind of getting into new routines, new habits. I wouldn't say maybe new, I would just say more of a consistent routine, because there's times where I'm trying to set up a routine but it's just not working, and then I just like give up kind of thing. Now being 33, being done with the phase of my life of, you know, having kids and being pregnant, and I've said this before that like I am not too concerned about the number on the scale, but it does bother me because I do want to eventually get off of my high blood pressure medication. If you guys didn't know, if you haven't watched my past health and fitness update videos, then you would know, but I have high blood pressure. I got diagnosed with high blood pressure after I had my last daughter. I had extremely high blood pressure when I went in to give birth to her, but I didn't have preeclampsia or anything throughout any of my pregnancies or any high blood pressure like risks that were brought up to me until literally when I went in to give birth to my last daughter. That was my last pregnancy as well. So since then, I kind of just neglected going to the doctor for the first like 2 years because I didn't know that it had continued. I had my surgery and everything, and they didn't say anything to me about high blood pressure, and I was like a year and a half postpartum when I had my tummy tuck and my breast lift. It wasn't until I hit the like 2-year mark that I started checking my blood pressure regularly, because I was getting headaches, and I don't really ever get headaches. And yeah, one thing led to another. I went to the doctor, we tried out a few medications, and I've been on 2 medications consistently for like a year coming up. Being now set up with our home gym and having the treadmill now, I'm getting into running. I've been getting into running since probably October. For me, my goal every single time is to stretch, do a mile, whether it's walk a mile, do an incline walk, hike, or run a mile. It can be more, but that's my bare minimum of what I want to do as far as my workout. And then I started to incorporate strength training more consistently. So now what helps me do that is to pre-plan. So I look at my week on like Saturdays or Sundays, and I see what's going on and how much time I'll have, and I'm just more intentional on making sure that I can be realistic in my workout. So I started to add strength training and splitting up accessory muscles and everything with my miles and my stretches, if that makes sense. So I've been pretty consistent the past, I want to say like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of strength training, doing my mile, and stretching, and I have lost like 6 pounds now, and I've been keeping it off, and I don't lose weight very easily. I have also started to add more things into my diet, like just add more healthy meals, healthier snacks, everything in moderation, not be too restrictive, but also be realistic. Like if we're gonna eat out today, like then I'll get, you know, like if we go to In-N-Out, I'll get a protein style burger, so that way I can eat my animal style fries, and then I have my double but just lettuce wrapped, like double, and then honestly it's still as good. You know, sometimes we want to buy the kids food because maybe they have certain activities late, so we'll just buy them food and then we'll make ourselves something at home. We'll eat eggs, we'll eat leftovers. We've been consistently eating our leftovers, and meal prepping and having more of just a balanced diet, right? So it helps me to plan out my workouts the week before, to plan out realistically what we're gonna do. If we have to eat out, just making better choices and not like stressing about it as much. I feel like my mornings really set me up for success. We try to get to bed earlier, and sleep is huge. Just being on a consistent like 7 hours to 8 hours of sleep at night, I do notice that like when I'm sleeping shitty, like not sleeping enough hours, that my weight does go up. Like I retain more water, or I don't know what it is, and you know, that discourages me a little bit. But I don't ever let that stop me from getting up and still getting my workout every time I commit to it, and just being consistent. My Monday through Friday routine, I never let it get to me. I don't associate that and like think, okay, I have to like do 2 miles today, or I have to eat less of this and less of that. Like I feel like just thinking like, okay, I just want to eat more protein, more vegetables, more like just having that mindset of like, I get to work out today, I get to walk a mile, I get to go hike today, I get to try out this new class, I get to do all these things, instead of thinking like, oh, I have to go work out, I have to do this. And to be honest, I've always been more of an optimist, but I think even more so being a girl mom. Like I have 3 daughters, and that makes me just hold my tongue even more if I ever feel like saying anything negative. Like I said, I'm not really big on like the negative like talk, but I never say like I need to lose weight, I can't eat that, like that's too many carbs, that's too, like we do talk about like sugar, and we do talk about like things like that, but I don't say things like toxic things like, oh my god, like I feel like so ugly and I'm just so this. Like I do not ever say any negative things like that about my appearance, about anybody else's appearance in front of my kids or otherwise. But especially having 3 daughters, like I'm very cautious. Even other people, when they're around and they'll say things, like my husband especially, he'll be like, hey, like, can we not like say that, if someone say like, oh yeah, and I need to lose weight and I'm so fat and I've gained so much weight and I feel so this, and because people feel that way, and sometimes they vent to you, and the kids are around and all that stuff. So that's something that I'm very intentional about. My husband as well, we're very intentional of like never putting anyone down about their physical appearance or like anything like that. So that has helped me be more of a positive like optimist in these situations where, yeah, maybe I am feeling down, or I am feeling like, oh, I've been putting in work and like I haven't seen results, right? Also, taking pictures. The past few years that I've been on like this kind of journey of trying to figure out what works for me as far as like health and fitness, I have taken so many pictures, and it's crazy because like it really shows you how weight doesn't even matter, like of what you look like. So it's kind of just mind-boggling. So yeah, I can do kind of like a whole other video if you guys are interested in hearing about like my workout routine, my exercise routine, and what I've been doing, and like my workout split and stuff. That would be fun for us to do. Maybe I can just vlog a whole week of us doing our routine, our exercise routine, and just kind of show you guys that way. That way it's a little more interesting, and it's not just like me talking to the camera. So let me know. And something, because I do have ADHD, if I'm doing a certain routine and my routine is working for me, and as soon as I'm not on that routine, like it's really hard for me to kind of like get back into it, if that makes sense. So like, for example, my routine is like, when I get up and I do my morning things that I, set out to do. One of them is taking my high blood pressure medications and taking my supplements with like my pre-workout. I also have been drinking hot lemon water, and recently we've been adding apple cider vinegar into it, and that really helps just my digestion. Just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it's a little cleansing hot drink in the morning. I don't have coffee in the morning. I have just solely the apple cider vinegar, and I just drink water. I drink my whole 40 ounces like during my workout. That's like my goal. And then I'll either have a protein shake, and then we'll go from there, whatever meal preps we did. And planning what I'm gonna do when the week before really helps me too, especially on the days where I don't feel like working out. I can just say like, oh, but I put on there that this is what I'm gonna do. This, because to me, a big thing, I don't know if this is what burns me out, is decision fatigue. Like, even just, I just make so many decisions throughout the day that when it comes to me and planning things out that I want to do in the moment, I get just overwhelmed, and I'm like, I'm just gonna walk on the treadmill. I'm just gonna stretch. So that's why I kind of turn to those things. But I do want to incorporate strength training. So with my strength training split, I will plan those things out. So having that consistency with committing to stretching and walking a mile every day, along with the planning of the strength training split throughout the week, they go perfect together for me. So yeah, so when it's on an off day, I can just stretch and just walk. Definitely a game changer. I know it's like, duh, obviously planned, but you'd be surprised how hard it is to like motivate yourself to plan things out and to like really make those decisions beforehand. So yeah, ultimately I do have a goal of losing like 10 to 15 pounds, with the ultimate goal of getting off of my blood pressure medication, my high blood pressure medications. I just don't want to, you know, be dependent on a medication forever. So that is something that I can control, I can do. I can be a little bit more disciplined and consistent to see those results. So that's what I'm working on right now, having a good, like, non-toxic balance of like working out, exercising, and my nutrition. So as far as my nutrition goes, like I said, I've just been limiting my carbs to 2 servings a day, adding more fruits, more vegetables, more just like low calorie stuff just to help. But also just not eating after 7, and then in the morning just having my apple cider vinegar hot lemon water with, you know, just water throughout the morning, and then, you know, eating what I'm feeling. Sometimes it's a whole meal after I work out, sometimes it's just a protein shake. So just kind of a little intuitive eating as well. Also limiting my sugar. We already are pretty active in doing that, especially with the kids, because sugar is addictive. So I mean, the more we eat it, the more we want it. So we do try to have a healthy balance. Like, we don't have like no sugar or like cut all sugar. We're realistic with it. You know, we're just aware, and the kids are aware that, you know, the more sugar you eat, the more you're gonna crave it. So, you know, that's just that mindset that we try to be on. So yeah, the word here is consistency, consistently moving our bodies, consistently making better choices, and also enjoying yourself when the moment comes, when the moment arises to go, you know, with friends to do something, or go to an event and have, you know, indulge a little bit. That is okay, because most of the time you're consistent in your nutrition. So that's just kind of like my overall mindset. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, or you want me to go into more detail about any of the things that I talked about, please comment below. And also, how are you doing on your health and fitness journey? Share. I would love to chat with you guys about it. Community is everything when we're trying to reach our goals. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.